Welcome to our channel, the show that brings you the most jaw-dropping, unbelievable moments ever captured inside courtrooms. From intense legal battles to shocking outbursts, we've seen it all. But today, we're taking things up a notch. We're counting down the 5 greatest prison escapes that left judges, security teams, and onlookers completely stunned. These are the moments when defendants decide to take matters into their own hands, making daring bids for freedom right under the nose of the law. Some of them came close, while others fell spectacularly short. Buckle up, because you're about to witness a whirlwind of action, suspense, and courtroom chaos like you've never seen before. Gerald Hyde II's escape. Benton County Justice Center, Washington. First up, we head to the Benton County Justice Center in Washington State, where Gerald Hyde II was just found guilty of methamphetamine possession. You'd think that with his arraignment over, he'd be headed back to jail, right? Not quite. As he's being taken away, Hyde slips past security, re-enters the courtroom, and makes a bold move. He strips off his prison-issue shirt and uses it to hide his handcuffs. Moving swiftly, Hyde ditches his orange prison shoes and escapes, barefoot, through the front doors of the courthouse, all before anyone even realized what was happening. But his freedom didn't last long. Within 2 hours, police caught up with him at a friend's house. Hyde was taken back into custody, adding escape to his charges. Woodfords Courthouse, Kentucky. Our next stop takes us to the Jefferson County Circuit Court in Louisville, Kentucky. In the spotlight is 29-year-old Woodford, who's attending a probation revocation hearing. Previously convicted on drugs and weapons charges, Woodford is already skating on thin ice. As the hearing progresses, tension builds in the courtroom, and the judge delivers the fateful news: Woodford's probation is officially revoked. Then, in a split-second decision that shocks everyone present, Woodford jumps to his feet and makes a mad dash for the door. His girlfriend, sitting just feet away, can be heard desperately pleading for him to stop, but her words fall on deaf ears. Determined to avoid jail time, Woodford sprints through the courtroom in a desperate bid for freedom, with chaos erupting behind him. But Woodford's bid for escape doesn't get far. Within moments, court deputies are in hot pursuit, closing in quickly. Despite his sudden burst of speed, Woodford is no match for the deputies' quick reaction. They tackle him just outside the courtroom doors, bringing his ill-fated escape attempt to a swift and humiliating end. With his failed dash for freedom behind him, Woodford is brought back into the courtroom, where the consequences of his actions hit hard. Not only does he now have to serve his original sentence, but his brief escape attempt earns him additional time behind bars. In the end, what started as a split-second decision to run left him with a harsher punishment than he could have imagined. The handcuffed duo, Lewis County Courthouse, Washington. Now, let's go to the Lewis County Courthouse in Chehalis, Washington, where 2 defendants, Tanner Jacobson and Cody Howard, decide they've had enough of courtroom proceedings. Both men were already facing serious charges: reckless driving, burglary, and more. But during their appearance, they made a break for it. Handcuffed and in sandals, the 2 rush out of the courtroom, leaving Judge R.W. Buzzard no choice but to chase them down himself. Judge Buzzard sprints after them, and despite their head start, they're no match for the judge's determination. He tackles one of the escapees just outside the courthouse, while deputies quickly round up the other nearby. Ronald Neal's leap for freedom. Fayette County Justice Center, Georgia. In Fayetteville, Georgia, Ronald Neal found himself in court, facing charges of theft and fleeing from officers. His troubles began when he missed his original court date, leading Judge Fletcher Sams to issue a bench warrant for his arrest. Determined to bring him in, deputies were ordered to take him into custody. But Neil had different plans. Rather than comply with the court proceedings, he attempted a bold escape, catching everyone off guard. As Neil dashed out of the courtroom, he crashed through an adjoining room full of startled onlookers who could only watch in shock as he barreled through. The courthouse erupted in chaos as he raced down a nearby stairwell, descending several flights in a frenzied attempt to reach the exit. With freedom seemingly just within reach, Neil's desperation fueled his sprint toward the courthouse door, almost outpacing the pursuing deputies. However, his efforts ultimately fell short, as officers managed to stop him right before he could reach the exit. Neil was swiftly brought back into the courtroom, where his audacious escape attempt had earned him a fresh set of charges, adding to the original offenses. Now facing even steeper legal repercussions, his brief bid for freedom left him in deeper trouble than before. Teen escape at the Juvenile Justice Center, Nashville, Tennessee. In Nashville, Tennessee, 4 teens, aged 15 to 17, staged a daring escape from the Juvenile Justice Center, where they were being held on serious charges, including armed robbery and murder. The young detainees seized their opportunity during an unsupervised work detail, which allowed them enough time and space to execute their plan. With careful coordination, they managed to reach a basement elevator, their escape captured by the facility's security cameras. The footage shows the teens wearing bright yellow security vests as they make their way up to the ground floor. Once the elevator doors opened, they sprinted through the main entrance and into the night, slipping past security in what appeared to be a well-rehearsed plan. The escape left officials scrambling, with the teens briefly enjoying a taste of freedom as authorities launched a citywide manhunt to locate them. Despite their calculated attempt, all 4 teens were eventually captured and brought back into custody. Investigators soon uncovered evidence suggesting that the escape had inside assistance, leading to the arrest of 2 facility employees believed to have aided in the plot. The incident sparked a closer look at security protocols within the Juvenile Justice Center, as authorities worked to ensure such an escape couldn't happen again. There you have it. 5 incredible and ultimately unsuccessful escape attempts. Whether it's a judge chasing down a defendant or teens plotting their getaway, these moments show that sometimes the courtroom drama doesn't end with the verdict. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment of courtroom suspense. See you next time.